I'm Amber Nash, the voice of your favorite HR nightmare, Pam Poovey. Welcome to our Archer Rewatch podcast. This season, we're starting at the very beginning and going all the way through. That's right, this season we're covering every episode of season one by one, with some of your favorite people from Archer. Welcome to Rephrasing. Hey guys, welcome to Season 1, Episode 2. I'm your host, Amber Nash, and here with me as always we have...
I'm Casey Willis, executive producer on Archer.
And don't forget...
I'm Christian Danley. I was an editor on Archer.
Together with our guest today, we're going to talk about Training Day. Sensing that Lana still has feelings for Archer, Malory has a plan to turn Cyril into a field agent to make him more appealing. The only problem is that Archer knows all of this already and trained Cyril in covert ops as a lark, only for the both of them to be chased and shot by a mysterious adversary. Ooh. Today's guest is an award-winning director, actor, comedian, New York Times bestselling author, and entrepreneur. She's an Emmy-winning television host and a multiple award-winning voice actor for Archer. Her cocktail company, Losophy, makes the best-tasting, ready-to-drink margarita ever, and you can even get it shipped right to your home, in the cool states anyway, which I don't think we live in one in Georgia. She's the voice of Lana Kane. It's Aisha Tyler.
Thank you.
Oh, it was fancy. That was a fancy intro.
Yeah,
I
nice
can't
to
believe we could get you.
Oh, I'm available to you at all frickin' times, man. Just know
man.
that. Yeah, 100%. Always.
So fun. So we both just rewatched this episode, and it was a
Yes.
long time ago. I mean, this must have come out in 2010, I guess.
This was the
Probably,
second.
yeah. So.
This was our very second. This was like the episode after the pilot, right? Like this was the first real episode of the show.
Right.
Yeah.
Because the pilot is always like the pilot is always like the ashtray you make in you know, like shop class or whatever that like you mush too hard. You know what I mean? You can see all your fingerprints in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then like finally you get a chance to like go again. So this was like the first kind of like iteration of the show. But it's so funny. The thing
so
I was
funny.
struck most by is like Archer is a workplace comedy.
Yeah.
It's not a spy show. It's a workplace comedy. That is what the show is.
Yep.
And you know, with all the fucking and fighting, really, this is just a bunch of people like arguing about like their medical coverage.
Yes,
and, like,
I know.
yeah.
Because
It's
you
so
said it last
funny.
time you were on about how we know it's an office comedy in episode 1 when the donuts hit the carpet.
Yes.
That was the moment.
Yes.
And so then it leads right into this episode 2, where we're like 100% we're doubling down on the fact that this is an
Yeah, and
office
everybody's
comedy.
mad about like everyone's got to enroll in the PPO for like the upcoming like medical season or whatever you call it. Dude, first of all, I don't want to start it like super emotional, but like Jessica Walter is just so good
Amazing.
at everything.
Yeah.
She's
I
so
know.
good, and she's so good so early. Like she's perfection from the jump.
Yes,
She's
I
so
know,
great.
So
It's
true.
so
And I'm
good.
going to just say this because for people that haven't watched the first episode, or maybe even this episode, so to give us some context, Lana used to be in a relationship with Archer and now is dating Cyril, but she's still very hot for Archer. But the thing that I realized in the cold open is that she's hot for Archer, but is it because he's good at his job? Is that like the primary reason?
Oh, right. Yeah.
I mean, that would track for her personality because I think
Right.
she is she's attracted to like, I mean, listen, she's only with Cyril because he's hung. Like that's just very, very clear. She's just
Right.
banging this guy
Right.
because he's packing, right? She
Yeah.
can't stand him, but I think she also likes a guy who follows instructions. I think she's way
Right.
more attracted to Archer because he's just got Rizz and everything like that. Like the
Yeah.
kids are saying, like the kids were saying like a year ago.
Yeah.
But
Right.
right, the kids were saying in like 2022. But he's just like he's like a wet cat. Like you just can't have a relationship with Archer because
Yeah.
he's just never going to show up in the same place in the same way twice, right?
Yeah.
So Cyril's
Yeah. And
more
it's-
controllable, but she's going to get sick of him super fast. It's clear from this episode she's going to
Yeah,
get
she
sick of
already hates him and like is
She's
totally
disgusted.
hot for Archer.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I mean,
and, like, go ahead.
go.
I was just gonna say, like, competence is hot. Like,
Competence is
watching
very
somebody,
sexy.
you know, like even I'm sure this happens to you. It happens to me all the time. Like, I'll be in a show with somebody, and they're so good at what they're doing that I'm just like, they're
Yeah.
a dream.
Like someone who's like operating at a high level is just a very sexy person. Yeah.
My-
yeah.
And so this might be a little nugget for any person out there who does not have a partner. Anything can be sexy, because apparently my wife, I just found out about this, early on when we were dating, was over my house for a game night and saw me teaching the rules for a board game, and she was like, "Oh, that's what he's doing."
He seems knowledgeable. I wonder what else he might know. There's confidence, right? Like the confidence of like ability and knowledgeability and competency. I mean, it's sexy because like, who wants to fuck a slob, man?
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
True.
Like,
So true.
there's just, you just want somebody who's going to come in and be like, listen, I went online and I looked up a diagram of the vagina and I've got some ideas.
We'll
willing to
work through it
learn.
together.
Yeah,
willing to learn.
listen, I've got a few notes. I've got some thoughts. I'm going to work this out. We're going to work this out together. I got some pitches. I got some pitches.
Speaking of looking stuff up, you guys, we meet Lord Fletchley, and I was like, Fletchley, that reminds me of felching. What's felching again? And then I looked it up, and I was like,
No, absolutely
maybe not necessary. But if
this
anybody's
episode is a
interested, there's great
little
stuff out there.
it's so good. It's very rich. It's not, we're not full Archer yet. That's something that I felt very strongly about this. Like, we haven't like reached like peak Archer. Like the essence is there and the energy is there and the intensity is there, but like the precision, we're still like getting to like the most precise version of ourselves, I think.
Okay.
Like the bomber, his Irish is so bad. His Irish accent is like, I watch it 3 times, like that guy's obviously Scottish. And then he said, like, you know, we'll never let the English rule Ireland. And I was like, well, that guy's a Scottish immigrant to Ireland who decided to take up the cause because that is a Scottish accent.
I could tell that was our own Mel Blanc, Adam Reed in the voice of the Irish.
Our very own
Yeah.
Mel Blanc. Yeah.
That is so funny.
Yeah.
So Aisha, you think it was that we just hadn't like clicked yet? Like we just weren't all like.
I think that's everything.
Solidified.
I think that's
Yeah.
all shows everywhere. I mean, what's so great is like Archer is. Listen, I mean, I'm obviously biased, but I'm also 100% fucking right. Archer is the greatest animated show to ever be made, and like there is nothing like it. There is nothing like our show. But like doing comedy is like being an athlete, right? Like. You get better every time you run the race. You get faster and tougher and more comfortable, and so like. I don't think we have bad episodes ever, but what was fun to watch was like, oh, this is us like working it out and like finding our muscles and finding our tempo. Absolutely. It's like, it's super funny, but you see, because I know where we're going. Yeah. Like this was us just taking some taking some swings and seeing what landed. I mean, it was a blast, you know, it was a blast, but
I think the same thing applies to the production side. Like the quality, the level of quality gets so much better from episode 1 to 2, and it just
animation,
like,
yes,
up every episode and every season.
Yeah, like everybody looks a little different here. Like all of our faces and our animation and our movement starts to like evolve and get more and more sophisticated as the show goes on, and it's never bad. I mean, I remember coming down for the pilot, and like there was just a little that first like snippet of the establishment of the show of the Duchess piece, where you know Archer's doing that little kind of like in-office test, and he's like in the little fake dungeon, and I was like, this is the most beautiful animation I've ever seen. So it started out so high.
Agreed.
But we kept refining as we went on, for sure.
And the cast as well, man. They just get so tight too.
Everybody gets so comfortable, and
we get to see, like, this is the first time, because it's only the second episode, that we get to see them, like, in the fancy spy world things that we'll get to see throughout the whole series.
Yes.
And Lord Fletchley is slobbering all over Lana's gloves.
Hey, what's my kid gloves?
Yes. And I looked it up, and I was like, oh, no, kid skin, I didn't know what it was, is just baby goat skin.
Oh, I I'm
sure it is
sympathetic towards
soft.
animals. I need to work on my specific goat sympathies. Maybe I wasn't I wasn't really leaning into that particular area of empathy. I was like delicious.
I have a friend who did goat yoga, and now he's like, he met a charming goat, and now he can't eat goat. No, he just
very
can't
charming.
eat goat
They're
anymore.
charming animals, man.
They're
I mean, not
very
like we're out here
charming
eating
animals.
goat on a regular basis, in this hemisphere or on this continent. But yeah, no, it's tough. Yeah, I mean, still a big lamb fan though, and they're very cute as well. Delicious.
I know,
Delicious.
lamb. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
it's harder to meet a lamb though, so you don't have to.
Yeah,
It's
right,
very
at least
tough
here.
to meet a lamb. It's very tough to meet a lamb, and adult lambs are assholes. So it's coming down the pike.
Yeah.
So we get into Act 1, and Malory is worried that Lana's loins are frothing for Archer and very invested in keeping Lana and Cyril together. And in the beginning, we find out later in the episode, but in the beginning, I'm like, why is it so important to Malory that it's like the mission of the week, that she's going to do everything she can to keep those two together and keep her away from Archer?
It's such a good reveal when it happens, and I know we're not there yet, so I won't say anything about it. But to me, what it really just felt like was Malory was just a manipulative parent. Like it wasn't even about Archer's happiness. It was just about control, right? She just needs to control this guy. And keeping everybody off of his radar and keeping him focused. I don't even think focused on the job. Just easily manipulable. She needs like a guy who she can completely like drive and have no distractions that would like drag him. I mean, he's a fully distracted human being. He's a drunk and a horror. WHO, not OHOR. But she just needs his full attention because, she wants to be his lover. Maybe not sexually, but definitely like emotionally. Yeah. I just started watching Monster, the Ed.
Me too, last night.
Oh,
Yeah,
man, I did too.
Oh man, and I'm like, this is like dark Malory and Archer.
Oh, man.
It's that parent. You're right. It's that parent that, like, it's not just a helicopter parent. It's like a parent that is like, I had you so that you
Parasite.
could be my thing that I moved to the world.
My thing.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Oh,
like
so good.
my mini me, right? And and he's never. What's funny is that she excelled when she was young. She was a great Black Ops spy. He is like the perfect Nepo baby, right? Like a slob and constantly failing upwards.
Yeah.
Right? He's a slob. Like he's just a slob who like magically just always somehow, we got a lot of those floating around right now in the halls of power, just failing upwards on a regular basis.
If it wasn't for Woodhouse, Archer's apartment would be disgusting.
Just condoms and like Chick-fil-A wrappers. Poor Woodhouse. Poor Woodhouse is just terrorized.
He really
He's
is. It's
terrorized.
So sad. And
Somebody's
later we
gotta
see
be.
him as like a younger Archer's servant on Christmas, and it's just so sad.
Oh, man,
poor
his
Woodhouse.
episode is it's great too.
You know what's so funny is like you see the show is so funny and so great. Our show's so great, you guys. That's the end of the sentence. But it's like it's a little deeper, probably a lot deeper, I think, than people will often kind of give it credit for. Like she fucked her kid up. He is like very low functioning. But she is constantly removing the barriers to his success. And I think she feels like if he gets a relationship and he separates from her, he's actually going to fail. So she's got to keep him close to protect him and to make sure that she controls whatever kind of factors come into his, his field of vision. Because if he's truly independent, he's probably going to fall down. And I think that is the self-perpetuating kind of dilemma of the Nepo baby. You made it easy for them because you love them, and now you've made them super low functioning. They cannot actually function on their own.
So then you
realize
have
you've
to
raised a kid with
continue.
no life skills. Yes, you have to keep protecting them for the rest of their lives.
Yeah. Oh, God, that's
Heavy
horrifying.
shit. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk.
The other thing that I think is funny is that it occurred to me as I was watching that I was like, this is a makeover episode. Like, Cyril's getting a makeover as,
Oh my God. Yes.
as an agent. And it's so, because usually makeover episodes or makeover films are always about a woman, an ugly duckling, taking her glasses off and turning into a beautiful woman.
Taking off her glasses and taking out her ponytail, and all of a sudden it is Dick Central. Come on, Clark Kent. I didn't know you were Superman.
Yeah, so it's so fun to see that happen to Cyril, and because he gets his suit made, and he goes through all the things at the apartment. It's just the other thing too that I think is so insane that I completely forgot about. So Archer has got Cyril. They're walking down the hallway, and then he takes the pin out of Cyril's pocket and throws it down the hallway, and Cyril says, "Hey, that's my dead mom's pin." And because I just watched the 2 episodes back to back, we learned that Cyril's mom died in a fire.
Yeah.
It was like, do we ever hear about his mom again?
I think
do we?
That needs to go in the Ultimate Archer reference.
Yes,
Yeah. That needs
it
to be
does.
a new entry.
Oh my God!
In tracking that reference. How many times is his dead mom referenced?
I don't
Referenced.
think it's referenced often, but I do remember there is a Cyril flashback of him at a spelling bee, and he pees his pants, and he looks over, and I think his angry father and probably mother are there, glaring at him.
Baby. Everybody
real
is really working
psychology
through
in
something
here.
on this show.
Yeah.
There's a lot of depth on our show.
Mm-hmm.
Someone should go back and watch this from a psychologist perspective and really dig out everybody's
100%.
trauma. Everybody's deeply traumatized.
Yes. Oh my God, so true.
And there's just so
man.
much disregard for anyone's personal safety or emotional health. Everyone's like, whatever, your mom's pen, fuck you. We shoot a guy in the foot hundreds of times. How does he survive? He has no mortality left. He's just, his little delicate foot bones are just turned to Captain Crunch.
God.
It's just motion there, yeah.
He's got one human foot and one elephant stump, and he's just going to the copy room. You know what I mean?
It's
We're
just
murderers.
the shape of a foot in skin.
Yes, exactly. Just a
God.
bag.
Oh, a loose bag. I always would tell
bag.
people that the characters are so terrible to each other, but they at the end of the day all love each other and are family. But you're right, they have no regard for each other's feelings. They have no
None.
regard for trauma that's happening to them
Cruelty.
by the
Absolute
others.
cruelty.
Yeah.
Yeah, we always talk about what era Archer set in. It's set in whatever era that you didn't have to worry about that in. I don't know, it's not now, obviously.
What's
but
the era where you wouldn't get in trouble for
just being a complete jerk to everybody.
doing
in your
blow
entire
in the
life.
office and fucking your coworkers and calling people by the wrong name? Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
Is this the first time that we meet Krieger, or do we meet him in 1?
He's in 1, but he also has not talked yet.
Yeah, we haven't.
He
Yeah,
he hasn't
doesn't talk
spoken
until
yet.
it- yeah.
Yeah.
But it's so funny just because there was so much of the show. Then you're like, when did Krieger fully become Krieger? The background stuff in his lab is already so funny. I had to go
always
back a few
great.
times to read all the
great.
bins. Yeah, touch this and die or something like that. So funny.
We
So
also
great.
find out that this is the first time we find out that Pam is gay for Lana.
Yeah.
But that she finds out that Lana has herpes, apparently has herpes, and that's a deal breaker. So she does have some boundaries, apparently, Pam.
Well, I don't know if that's a boundary. I think that's just basic self-preservation because at some point you're going to bang somebody else and you don't want to have to be making the disclosure, right? I don't know that that's a boundary. But then it's happily lifted immediately when she's
Wow,
find out that
Oh,
Lana
yeah.
has
So
herpes.
evolved of Pam to have that outlook.
That boundary.
I also feel like Lana is the kind of person who just doesn't ever fuck spontaneously. She's like, listen, we're about to get down, but just please step into my bathroom. We're going to do a couple blood tests.
Right.
It's just
Yes,
a small
and
prick, just a
scrub
small
you
prick of the
down.
finger. Yeah, exactly. Does Silkwood shower. Silkwood shower and then dip your balls in this bucket of iodine.
She has a little kit in the bathroom.
Yeah, exactly. She's like, listen, this is gonna take a few minutes, and and if you don't, non-compliance is death.
Get comfortable.
Get comfortable. We also meet Scatterbrain Jane, and we actually had one of our listeners wrote in, and he asked Gregory. He runs the Archer Sketch Cards account, and he's wondering, we don't hear Scatterbrain Jane talk in this episode, but she comes back later and does talk. And he can't find anything on the internet about who voices her. Do we know who that is?
Is it also our Mel Blanc? our Scottish Mel Blanc?
All eyes on Casey. This is a Casey question.
Casey?
I'd have to go back and look, but Scatterbrain Jane talks, I think, in much later seasons.
Okay.
I don't remember
might have
anything about this person.
It might have been Tiffany Morgan, who is
really?
a local Atlanta actress and has done
great.
a lot of stuff. So
Yeah, and she's my neighbor. Scatterbrain Jane is so sickly looking. Like, she's so, like pale and, like, her eyes are hollow. She looks very frightened.
Speaking of eyes. Go, Case.
Not to bring it down, but later on,
Please do.
on,
bring it
we
all the way
find
down.
out, I think Scatterbrain Jane has cancer.
Oh, jeez. Okay, you did. You did. When it said bring it down, you did.
We
You
can
did
cut
it.
that part out.
All the way down.
So, Aisha, speaking of eyes, what were you gonna say?
Mallory's eyes.
Yes.
Mallory's eyes, which are just mesmerizing and horrifying this whole episode. I look very much like two tiny anuses. It was really, really just like hard work. I mean, so funny, but such hard work to look at.
So hard. I wrote down that I feel like they look like the mushroom monsters from Last of Us.
They look like that. They look like baboon anuses. They look like prolapsed colon.
Yeah.
It's just lot butthole action.
Amber, The Last of Us is clearly a zombie show.
I thought it was about
mushroom.
mushroom monsters.
It is
They
about
are-
mushroom
yeah.
monsters.
They
They
are
are mushroom monsters. Don't let him shame you.
no,
That is
I
a
would
show
never.
about
I would
fungi.
I would
That
never,
is a
yeah, no.
fungus show.
They are mushroom monsters.
Mushroom monsters.
But it's great. Like it's so it's just so overcranked. Like that it's really, really enjoyable. She didn't have a little reaction. Like, she almost died. She ate 72 pills in a short period of time.
Yeah.
She's crunching them like they're nerds.
And having a zucchini allergy is also like, that's a serious zucchini allergy.
But what's great is you spend a bunch of time early in the episode being like, that cucumber's not well drawn, man. That doesn't make any sense to me. And then there's like a nice reveal, and you're like, that's because it's not. It's not cucumber.
Great. It's so true. I totally
it's great.
tracked that too. Hey y'all, do you want the truth? Well, you can't handle the truth. It's time for our new segment, Two Truths and a Line. You know the game Two Truths and a Lie, right? It's that game where you share 3 facts about yourself, but one of them is untrue. And then everyone judges you because your story about getting arrested for public intoxication wasn't as charming as you thought it was. Well, this game is similar, but Aisha will read 3 lines and then have to figure out which line Lana never said. Casey, do you have anything else you'd like to add?
Yes, Amber, thank you. Archer has 14 seasons to pull from, and it would probably have been very easy for me to pull some kind of obscure line from any numerous season. So, to give Aisha more of a chance, I've only pulled lines from season 1. And not only that, I've narrowed it down even further because in our season 0, we talked about episode 105 Scorpio and episode 106 Titanic with you. So I didn't pull from that. I didn't pull from this episode Training Day, and I didn't pull from the pilot. So out of those 6 remaining ones, I've pulled some lines. So,
Casey, I can't remember what I was doing before I signed into this call. So I am, just prepare America to be disappointed. But here we go. Okay.
All right, we're going to show you these lines. Can you read them? And then, after you read all 3, tell us which one you didn't say.
Okay.
Hey.
I'm excited. All right, the first one is, hey, crazy, go macrame some tampons.
I'd buy it.
I would too. God, if you could macrame tampons, that would save a lot of money.
Right?
All right, we're ready for
Yeah,
lunch.
number 2,
Yep.
please.
An ornamental tampon with like a little dream catcher kind of hanging out.
Ow.
Sounds
But like a
absorbent
soft
to me.
one, like a soft one. Okay. Malory suspended me because I had the nerve to ask a few questions about her little Playboy McMaccabee.
Oh.
Man, so good.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, and finally,
You know what's surprising? Kissing you goodbye at the airport, dozing off in first class, and then seeing you on my flight when I get up to pee. That, to me, is rather surprising.
First of all,
I've missed
amazing cold reads
Yeah.
from Aisha Tyler. Those were fantastic.
I can't remember anything that has ever happened to me in my life, but they do call me One Take Tyler.
Nice. Nice.
I
gotta see. Okay, go ahead.
I can
Go
bring
ahead,
them
Chris.
back up again if you
Yeah,
guys
I need to
wanna
see them.
Yeah,
I need
all
to
right,
see
great,
them.
great.
Okay.
All right, the first one.
I'm gonna get this wrong, guys. I feel confident I'm gonna get it wrong.
The second one.
Uh-huh.
And then the last one.
Is there one that you like for sure know is in?
I think the last one I said. I feel like that last one. But I don't know. Because I read them kind of like in the tone of the show, so they all work for me. You know what I mean?
No,
Like, they all play for me.
They would all go right in.
Yeah, yeah.
Number 2 again.
And these are all from season 1?
They're all from season 1.
Possibly.
Possibly.
For me, it's between 1 and 2 as the one that I did not say.
You know what? I'm going to help you out here. Number 3 was from the show. That's
Yes,
from
I
episode
feel
109,
like that
Job
plays.
Offer. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. And I thought she was fucking a Russian guy, so I'm going to say that it's not a... Maccabee is not a Russian name as far as I know. I feel like the Mac on the front of there. So it's between Mac or Make Some Tampons. I'm going to say 2. I did not say.
Aisha Tyler. Number 2 is the line you did not say.
Well done.
Yes!
Well done.
Yes!
So,
yes!
Hey Crazy, Go Macrame Some Tampons is from episode 108, The Rock. And this line I just did a little tweak to. The actual line, it's from episode 104, Diversity Hire. And the actual line is, Malory suspended me because I had the nerve to ask a few questions about her little homeboy McJewerson.
Super appropriate.
2010, guys.
It was a different time. It's a different time. Oh my
Sneaky move by
god.
Casey.
Oh my god.
Very
Wow,
sneaky.
that's great. I feel good about that. Yes, I used context to deduce the truth, and I feel really good about the outcome.
Just like the SAT prep told you to do.
That's just
It's paying off.
that. I still live by those rules. What's so funny is I think, speaking of tampons, is like Lana was really intimidating. Like, she was just going around the office with that knife, chasing around poor Jane. And I really remember enjoying saying those lines, saying, "Hey, what was her name?
Hey, Jane.
Hey, Jane.
Yeah.
Getting a tampon."
So scary.
I was really entertained by that again.
Poor
15,
Jane's
20
like
years
so
later.
sickly looking.
Jane is like sickly and shivering, and also she's menstruating. Why would I harass a woman on her menses? That's so insensitive. In her luteal, she's very tender in her luteal phase, and I'm like standing there with a switchblade.
There's nothing worse than an intimidating and gorgeous woman. It's like, Jesus Christ.
Well, also,
one.
the way she's intimidating her, like, it seems like it could be friendly too. That's the worst kind of bullying, when it seems like it could be nice.
Yeah.
Like, they're like, "Hey, buddy, want a snack?" You're like, is she gonna hand me a snack, or is she gonna shove it down my throat? I don't know what's about to happen next.
Right.
Very
But
scary.
yeah, so frightening.
Okay,
Frightening.
Casey.
I won that game. I feel so good about this. I
Yeah.
won that game.
Excellent
And
work.
you should know, before we go into our trivia segment, you have, because you won that game, you have 121 points.
Wow.
121
Wow.
points before we even get to trivia. So it's really
Where do I
well.
spend these? Where do I spend these points? Where do I?
You're gonna-
At the
Probably-
Redemption Center.
You gotta go to Amber's. Go to Amber's house. You can pick out any of her antiques.
Yeah. Get
like-
one of those little birds that
Yeah,
drink
the
water.
drinking bird.
So it takes water.
You guys remember when Wheel of Fortune had the turntable and you had to pick off the turntable?
Yeah.
Oh my God, how horrible! I would like a Trinette bobblehead. So Casey, get on it, please.
All right. That sounds
Yep.
fantastic.
And now we're back for the second half of our episode, and we're going to jump into Act 2. With this, the Act 2 starts with Cyril getting new clothes made for him by Woodhouse, which Woodhouse can do anything, apparently.
Woodhouse can do everything. Woodhouse
Yeah.
is a Renaissance man.
Yeah.
He's a
Especially
classic man.
under the constraints he's under, the punishment he takes
Yeah.
He's 90 years old. He's brittle. His bones are like cheese.
Yeah, and a heroin addict. So
And he's and he's a smoky. And he's an old smoky. So he loves the smoke. He loves the smoke.
Put him in office.
I gotta start using old smoky.
Old
people.
smoky, yeah, like guys are old heroin guys, old smokies. because typically they don't live that long. So if you're as old as Woodhouse, like you got some you're tenacious heroin addict.
It reminded me of when we see, this was like, it wasn't in an episode, it was, I think, for a DVD extra when Archer gets into an accident and then he's in the hospital and they take his bandages off and Archer looks like John Benjamin.
Yes.
And he was getting a suit made for him because Archer's suit was like way too big for him. And it might have been Woodhouse that was like, tailoring a suit for him.
Amazing. A little tiny John Benjamin. All the suits were too big. Like the operation didn't just change his face, it made him like a foot shorter. And all his limbs shorter as well. Oh God. I don't think John enjoyed that episode.
And we were all together, I think, when we watched it, so we're all like laughing.
Yeah, he was so
hard.
fucking mad. He was like, "This is bullshit." I was like, "You don't remember participating in the recording of this episode?" He's like, "I don't remember anything about this show."
So good. Oh boy. So so we see Mallory's eating all those mostly antibiotics. We have no idea what else is in there, but it ain't good.
Right.
And we also hear Pam's first holy shit snacks, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you guys. History is being made.
It's
Yeah.
true.
History is being made. Just like I was so fixated on everything Jessica was doing in this episode. And I know it's animated, but it was just like, it was just so well done. Like she's just on the couch and she's swinging her little leg and she's just taking her class A narcotics and then just berating everybody from the other side of the room. It was just so enjoyable. Everything about it was so good.
Right, so she gives, there's a dig at Pam about vegetables, and like she hasn't eaten a vegetable outside of a Monte Cristo sandwich. And then she's like, "That is you, right, Pam?" Because her eyes, she can't see through her eyes.
Has no idea what's going on. No idea what's going on.
When you talked earlier about everybody finding their footing, I feel like Jessica was already dialed in. Mallory was already dialed in.
Dialed, hammered, like to the wall, like perfect. Perfection, never made a mistake. Yeah,
so good.
I also love how all of her insults are from like the 40s. Like in my head, I'm like, who watching this show knows what a Monte Cristo sandwich is?
What is the
In my head, I was like, do I know what it is? It's a deep fried ham and cheese sandwich, y'all. Like it is some vintage shit.
The jelly you dip it in? Is that?
Yeah,
I think
there's
she
no
was
vegetable
saying
in a Monte Cristo.
Pam wouldn't eat a vegetable unless it was inside of a Monte Cristo.
Right.
And so
Even though there is no
jelly
vegetable in a
involved?
Monte Cristo.
No.
It's
But
ham
there's jelly
and cheese.
Right? Okay.
It comes
then it's
with powdered
Sugar.
sugar. Yeah. And then you get a little ramekin, usually of some sweet thing to dip it in.
That sounds
Murder.
horrifying.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
Delicious.
Right?
It's quite delicious and
Christians
disgusting.
like
at the same time.
you Philistines have no idea what you're talking
Both
about.
horrible and awesome at the same time.
Is
What
it
about
battered in like French toast batter?
Battered. It's battered. Crispy batter.
I don't know what. It depends on who's doing the batter.
Like it's supposed to kind of almost be like it's not like tempura, but it's supposed to be like that kind of style, like crispy,
A little
and you
lighter,
deep fry
yeah.
the whole thing, yeah. And like
Right,
the bread is
eatable.
supposed to be like white bread or like brioche bread. If it's classy, apparently the kind of sandwiches that Christian's been eating, then it would be like a brioche bread.
At Ruby Tuesdays, it's highly recommended. Highly recommended.
I have a question. What's a croque monsieur?
Okay, so croque monsieur,
please.
Monte Cristo is like the trailer park version of a croque monsieur. So croque monsieur is open faced, and then that would also be brioche bread, and then ham and cheese, but it's broiled, and it has what's that white sauce that's
Bechamel?
Gruyere? Oh, bechamel.
not bechamel,
Bechamel, yeah.
not hollandaise, but bechamel, and then you broil it so the bechamel gets like a little browned,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
a croque madame, you get an
Yeah.
egg on top of that for that juice, so
Yeah.
for that froth. So then Monte Cristo is like the trailer is like the amusement park, the state
yeah.
fair version of
Right.
of a croque monsieur.
the funnel cake version.
Yeah, exactly.
Basically what the batter sounds like.
The deep fried Oreo
Wow.
version of a croque monsieur. Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
that sounds fantastic.
Oh,
Yeah.
just because you're such an expert, what cocktail would you pair with a Monte Cristo, Aisha?
My God. Oh, that's so repulsive. So something bitter, right? To kind of cut the richness. Actually, honestly, a Negroni would be a really nice way to go because it's got a little bit of sweetness and a little bit of bitterness that would counteract all that richness. Or even something like more citrusy, like a Corpse Reviver #2. That's got like lemon juice and a little bit of oh God, what's in there? It's just too early in the morning for me to remember all these words. Chartreuse. So then it's, like a little bit of like something to cut against all that richness. Yeah. Oh God, Corpse Reviver, for a long time, Corpse Reviver #2 was like my jam, man. It is a great drink.
I need to try
Got some
one of
Lillet
those.
in
I've never
there.
had one. Is there such a
It's
thing
very
as a-
it's very Archer World. Lillet, chartreuse, like some shit that nobody can afford and no one knows how to pronounce.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is the Lillet like a lavender thing? Is it?
No, Lillet is sorry guys, just deep into douchebaggery zone here now. Lillet is a fortified wine and it has a lot of herbs in it, like wormwood and stuff. So it's like a white wine, a little sweet, but then a lot of herbs. It's like, the monks, they're alone.
Yeah.
All they have to do
Yeah.
is masturbate and make booze. So Lillet and Coquille Americano are all these like kind of digestifs or aperitifs that are like fortified wine with like sticks. So then it's got some bitterness. Yeah, sticks and seeds, whatever the fucking monks found on their outside eating mushrooms, getting high.
Right. Stuff that gets you high, right?
Yeah, stuff that gets you fucking high, man.
Yeah, drunk and high. That's the
Yeah.
best kind of thing.
Stay
to
inside
drink.
your cloister and don't come out here trying to touch people, buddy.
Well, speaking of, at the end of this episode, we find out that they've killed Trinette. They have, or not the end of the episode, at the end of the act, they've killed poor Trinette.
Poor Trinette.
Yeah.
It's so funny. I didn't realize Trinette came in so early in our lives.
Yeah.
I thought she was a little bit further downstream, but she's just episode 2.
Yeah.
I like Trinette a lot. She's a good people person.
Yeah, and she doesn't let Archer get away with too much shit.
No.
Like, she'll really give it to him if he
She's
needs it.
obviously his regular, because
Yeah.
she doesn't put up with his shit. And also
Yeah.
because she just senses what a person needs and she leans into it, Yeah.
Now, I have this question because we find out that Archer's fucking around and he's known the whole time that he was doing this shit with Cyril. But does he also think Trinette's dead? That's not part of the hijinks, is it?
But it's funny because he must think that she's dead. But then also he knows that what was put in the pen was not fatal. It was a sedative. So
Right.
Casey, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe he thought she just had a bad reaction because he is surprised
When she wakes up.
when she wakes up.
Okay.
Yeah.
So-
Right.
Or
Okay.
maybe it makes you think that he's disposed. Well, he has. You do think that because Wethouse goes to get, the rug again. He knows exactly what to do. So he's
Right.
obviously disposed of many bodies of many sex workers.
God damn it! It's so
And
fucked up.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
And I think
pretty bad.
we're talking about the evolution of the characters. I think Archer was that ruthless early on, and then he becomes
becomes
more
a
of
human being.
A human, right? Yeah. He
Right, he
grows.
becomes a human being.
Yep.
I mean, that's the other fun thing about the show. I feel we've had this conversation a few times. Archer is such a narcissist and such a sociopath, but many times he sacrifices his own life to save Lana's. You know what I mean? And other people
Yes.
on the team. He many times is when push comes to shove, I'm going to put my body on the line to save the people that I care about. Kind of against his own will, right? He does kind of grow, his heart does grow 2 sizes.
Yeah, right.
And we talked to Adam about it last season, and he was saying that he was surprised by how terrible all the characters are when he watched the show again. But then he said that he had to make Archer more likable because he couldn't handle it. He couldn't deal with living with this guy anymore. He had to make
Yeah,
Archer
he's
better.
haunted by this horrible person.
Yeah.
I mean, he is just pure Nepo baby. I don't know why I didn't see this more clearly before. He is just the product of a narcissistic parent, of a sociopathic parent, who he's always trying to please her. He's desperate to please her. He can't. And then separately, she's trying to make him over in her own image, and he's never going to be good enough. right?
Yeah.
So he's just desperate for affection, and the way he deals with it is just by throwing like sex and drugs and alcohol down his hole. Again, welcome to my fucking TED Talk, y'all.
Amazing. And I also think in this episode we hear Lana's first yup.
Yeah. No, it's
she's
in the first one.
walking away?
It's in episode
Oh, it
one.
is?
It's in episode one. It's
Okay.
at the end of episode one when the ants during the at the ants
Is that how you
moment.
want to get in?
Yeah,
Dude.
that's
Was
yeah.
that something you improvised or was it written? Do you remember?
It was. God, it was a long time ago.
Yeah.
I feel like Adam said, "I heard you say that," and so I
Okay.
wrote it into the show. I put it in the show.
So good.
I mean, I was not the first Lana. I was replacement
Oh.
Lana.
No.
Yeah.
I did not know this.
Secrets.
It's been buried. Oh.
Yeah. There was another Lana, and then
Sorry, Eartha Kitt.
Can you imagine the hubris? If I was, sorry, Eartha. Let me scoot in here and do what you couldn't.
Just too sexy.
Oh my god. But we spent some time together, like prior to me recording, and he said, yeah, like I felt like I heard you say that, and so I put it in the show.
Oh wow.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wow, that is
amongst
that is
all my
juicy
other
information.
bullshit fucking babbling that I'm always doing. I mean, later I think he said he put everybody's vibe into the show, right? Lucky, he would go like yep, and
Yep.
so that ended
Yep.
up being a Kriegerism. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, everybody felt more like their characters the more he got to know us. So great.
Yeah, exactly.
No catchphrase was ever planned either. It was always
Oh.
just Adam liking what somebody said. So it's interesting that Holy Shit Snacks became Pam's kind of catchphrase and not Deal Unbreaker, because that was just as funny
Yeah.
when it comes up.
Yeah.
Totally. Oh yeah, Deal Unbreaker. I
our
don't know if he
cup-
ever says it again.
No?
Our cups just runneth over on this show.
I
mean, the
know.
fact of the matter is, like, there's just so, like, sometimes a fan will come up and say some shit to me. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
He's like,
know.
huh? And I'm like, buddy, there's so many. you gotta give me more specifics.
Yeah, I'm literally learning so much about this show. I'm like, oh my god, this show's great.
It's amazing.
They really put a lot of time into this.
We really worked really hard on this.
I should have been more appreciative of what was still going on.
Hollywood.
So we find out Trinette is alive, and she says, "Yeah, Trinette, you shit ass." Such a great line from the trunk. And then she leaves with his wallet, his watch, and his car. And
Yeah.
it's probably happened many times before with Trinette, where he's had to
Because he doesn't really put up much. He doesn't really protest too much. He's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
okay, fine. Yeah, yeah. He's like, I
Poor
remember how this
Trinette.
goes.
Yeah.
But Trinette's not fucking around. She's like, whatever, bro. Give me my shit. I'm out of here.
Yeah, I hope
Yeah.
she's got a nice place that Archer paid for. She
going-
goes back home.
I'm going to Ruby Tuesdays. I get my Monte Cristo sandwich.
Yeah.
We've got a great salad bar at Ruby Tuesdays. I'll tell you that.
I've
That's-
never been, but it sounds
That's about all
delightful.
there was to do in Delaware. Go to Ruby Tuesdays and then go see a movie. That's all we had to do.
Oh, sounds like a romantic evening.
Okay, so that is pretty much the end of the episode. And Aisha,
I,
because-
first of all, want to just point out that I really enjoyed, I don't know why, because it never shows up again, that Cyril calls the whole thing Operation Butthole. Is it called Operation Butthole or Butthead? I can't remember. It's Operation
I
Butthole.
missed it.
Oh, yeah.
He doesn't want to call him an asshole. He calls him a butthole. Oh, there's Operation Butthole, and it's like, we should bring that back.
Nice.
I know the things he's willing to do, but he always is not willing to say things that are too harsh.
Yes,
Right.
willing to do murder and have sex with Cheryl Carroll in a
Yeah.
Bridget airship, but not going to
not
say
say
asshole.
asshole.
No, not going to say asshole. Absolutely not.
It was Operation Butt. Your Confederates and Operation Butthole.
Butthole. It's so fucking funny.
Confederates.
So great.
It's so great. It was so great. Also, so here's some inside baseball.
Okay.
When we were recording this episode, Adam and I had a very long conversation about that little run that Lana has at the end of the show when they're driving, and she says, "Well, to make this up to me, you're going to go into the
right.
store and get the hard dickiness bad ball slappiest. We talked about whether it should be ball slappiest or ball slappinest for a very substantial amount of time. And it was I just remember being so happy because like so much of comedy are these little kind of granular, like,
Specific.
is torso funnier than chest?
Yep.
Are consonants funnier than like long vowels? And it wasn't even an argument. We were just like having the most insidey conversation about whether slappiness or slappiest was a funnier word. And I was like, I have died and gone to heaven. This is the greatest job ever. And we came up with slappiest because it sounded like happiest.
Yeah.
Right.
So good.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was so
good.
great. I was so happy. We also had a really long conversation at the beginning of that recording session because it was the first real recording session of the show. Like we did the pilot.
Right.
No one thought it was going to go. Everybody fucked off. And then Adam's like, I can't believe it. This show got picked up. I was like, me neither. This is crazy. And so we were doing that first recording. And at the beginning of it, we were just talking about like how the show was just like too smart and too cool and too funny and too edgy to like ever get on TV, and this was amazing, and we couldn't believe we were here, and this was going to be the greatest thing, and it was never going to last. And then we went 14 seasons, and everybody gets suck a back of dicks. But it was just, it's rare to be marveling at how wonderful something is while it's happening. You know what I mean? Like, not to turn into a greeting card, but it's typically
true.
afterwards that you look back and go, that was really wonderful. Like, I wish I had paid more attention. But I remember feeling from the very beginning, this is a very, very special thing. It is so special.
Even that first season, I think the original buy was for only like 6 episodes, and then they tacked on 4 extra at the end of it, or maybe it was 8 and they put 2, but I think it was only 6.
I think it was 6. I think
Yeah.
that's right. We
so
just
great.
thought, we just thought this is never, and not being negative here.
Right.
We just thought this is just too good. It's too cool for America. You know what I mean? It's just too cool for TV. Like it was just so edge and it was so smart. We're like, how is this? It's just like shit goes and great stuff never goes. And so the whole time just feeling the magic of something that like, and then the freedom of maybe, okay, if this is not going to go very long, like let's just go as hard as we possibly can. Right?
Yeah.
Until
Yeah.
somebody says stop. Like this is, we're absolutely about to get punched in the mouth. So everybody fucking hit the gas. You know what I mean? It was just so wonderful.
You know,
it was
what's
so
funny,
wonderful.
you talking about recording that episode, it reminds me, I don't know if you were there yet, Casey, but so I remember Matt saying, like, you've got to get network approval, and I'd never been on a show before, so I didn't know what that was. And he was like, and I think he was, like, trying to break it to me, like, hey, so, like, this is something that's got to happen. And so I was like, yeah, so what's the deal? And he was like, oh, yeah. They were like, yeah, she's fine. I was like, okay, cool. Thanks for breaking it to me like that. But,
like
Casey, was
fucking
this
you up for a
episode-
day.
Right.
where Kate came down and we got like a nice studio that was like cool to hang out in. It was like dark and there was brick, but then we never recorded in that place again because it was probably
Yeah.
too expensive. Was that episode 102?
I don't-
It was like Kate and Danielle was there.
Yeah, I think it was later.
Okay,
I have
where we
a
were trying to impress them.
quick funny story. And shout out to Andy Sipes, who edited on the first season of Archer. He's there. I shared an office with him. I was stationed in the edit suite, basically. And Kate and Danielle were coming down. I go, I should probably go to Target and get a nice shirt. And he turned around and goes, ooh, Target?
Can I accompany you on your shopping spree, pretty woman?
Nachos there too.
More than 3 buttons.
Oh my God, I'm gonna get a can of White Claw and a new shirt. The studio I went to for that second episode was very fancy, and I remember because they had full-size candy bars, and I robbed them blind.
Amazing.
Because I was very clear, this was the pilot, that I was never going to see any of these people again. So I was like, oh, Doritos, you say? Absolutely. And I think I took a bunch of snacks and then I forgot some of them in Adam's car, and I was so disappointed because, again, I was like, yeah, this show's not going to go.
Who left a Snickers in my car?
I left a big
Just
melty fucking Three Musketeers in the door of his Tercel.
Great.
Oh God.
Aisha, we have something to show you that a listener sent us. We were asking for stuff about like people's tattoos and different things that they were excited about, and we didn't ask for this. And somebody sent us this picture that we wanted to share with you. Christian, can you pull it up?
I'll bring it up.
And when it comes up, can you describe it to us, Aisha?
Oh, you guys, this is so cute. Oh, I have so many feelings right now. Okay, so for people who are listening, it's 2 cars side by side. The state has been obscured, so no kind of like personal information, but it's a state with snow. So probably not in America, probably in Canada. And global warming, y'all. Anyway, the one of the license plates says Lana, and then the other license plate says what? And it's very, very cute. It's sweet
so
and adorable.
cute?
I love it. I think that's just the cutest thing.
That
but they
is
have to
from-
drive side by side at all times.
Everywhere.
And one car's got to be on the right, or it also does not work because what Lana is not the bit. But
They're
that's
exhausting
so
to be friends with.
cute.
And so they always have
so
to park
cute.
like this. This is from our
Yes.
listener, John, and that's him and his wife's car. That is
John, you guys
so
are on
adorable.
fire. You have a great relationship. We should all be like you. That's so
Right.
cute.
Isn't that
It's
so
so
sweet?
cute.
Um,
I feel
okay.
like when people do that now, like they'll like walk by me and they'll yell it at me, and I'll just like go "Wah!" and just keep going. You know what I mean?
Just make the general noise.
It's just exactly. Some kind of like cackling bird.
You
And I
can't
just
even
keep
help it
moving.
anymore. It's just like
No,
a
it just
response.
flies out of my face. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I'm just giving the kids what they came for.
Yeah.
All right, so we ready for some trivia?
Yeah.
All
Yay,
right.
final segment.
In this episode, Pam exclaims, "Jesus Jones, yes." Jesus Jones was a British rock band that had a hit single in the U.S. in July of 1991. What was the name of that song, Aisha?
Reach down and grab my cockney.
Oh, that's what it should have been.
I have no fucking idea.
The name of the song was Right Here, Right Now.
Oh, right here, right now, right here. Not that one.
That's
It's
a
a little
different
too
one.
funky.
That's a little
Oh, that's
later.
too
These
cool.
guys-
That's too cool.
These guys are wispier than that.
Right here, right now.
Yeah!
Okay, yeah, all right, yeah. Well,
Jesus
fuck
Jones.
those guys. Jesus Jones. Okay.
Uh,
All right. 0 for 1.
Archer calls his underwear gun a Chekhov. So Chekhov is not a gun manufacturer, but a playwright, Anton Chekhov.
Mm-hmm.
What is Chekhov's gun as a literary principle?
Oh, fuck, man. This is just too thinky for me today. It's just, I'm not a classicist. If you want to ask me about anything that happened in any of the Jason Bourne movies, I got you. I don't even know what plays Chekhov has written because he didn't write Waiting for Godot, and I don't even know any of Chekhov's plays.
Chekhov's gun basically says, do you have a guess before I give you?
Chekhov's gun is the thing. It's like the MacGuffin, and everybody is chasing after the gun. But the gun is just the tool, the fulcrum around which to drive drama and dynamism. But the gun itself is not important.
I
I pulled that out of my ass.
Yeah,
Good answer.
It's a
very
good
answer.
it's a good try, but the actual it's basically saying that
Like,
every
no, it doesn't feel as good now after you said that.
Good try.
every element introduced in a story should be relevant and serve a purpose. So,
It's exactly
said-
the opposite of the MacGuffin.
if in the first act you hang a pistol on the wall, then in the following one it should be fired.
Right.
Oh.
We're just waiting for the gun to go off.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
And if you've ever watched any Chekhov's plays, there's guns
gun's
going
always
off
fired.
all the time.
They're just fired constantly.
Wow, that was a tough one, Casey.
Yeah. Okay.
Did
This one's-
Did anybody see? There's a play called Top Dog Underdog, and that is and now upon reflection, absolutely that principle is used in that play. So listen, I mean, I don't know any of Chekhov's plays, but that doesn't mean I'm not an intellectual. That was the point of me just saying that,
We know
guys.
that.
Okay,
That
good.
was a
All right.
trick question by
I-
Casey. It was a dirty trick.
Dirty trick, trickster.
I saw one of Chekhov's plays, The Seagull, here in
Seagull,
town.
yes.
And one of the leads of the play was Saw. Do you guys remember Saw?
The guy who makes the traps.
The guy that rides around on a tiny bicycle.
I've seen a few of those
The
movies.
little puppet that rides around on the tiny bicycle.
Well, Saw went on to play Fela in the musical Fela.
Oh,
if you ever seen
Fela
it.
Kuti.
Okay.
Yeah. Have you
Okay.
seen that musical?
No, but I know
was-
who Fela Kuti is.
Amazing. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I didn't realize there was a guy out there with that one name and that he was an actor and that he was in The Seagull. Listen, we've got our homework now. Everybody's got
yep.
the marching papers.
All right. Last question.
And so he makes deadly traps.
Don't stick your hand in that hole.
Cheryl exclaims "shirt tails" at one point. Who were the shirt tails?
I am adding no value to this. Who are the Shirt Tails?
Yeah.
Like the band or the children's show or the
okay.
the children's show?
Sure.
The children's show. They live in a hill and they all have televisions in their stomachs.
Wait. You're so.
Oh, is it like Veggie Tales? I got nothing for you, man.
Man, you were so close.
Yeah.
Am I?
Yeah, Shirt Tails were characters created in 1980 by greeting card designer Janet Elizabeth Manco and were featured on Hallmark greeting cards, then later adapted into a animated series from 1982 to 1983 that aired on NBC. They were the greeting cards had little cute animals with T-shirts on that said something like
Something on them.
keep
So,
going
like,
or whatever.
Right.
Hang in there.
Hang in there,
Right,
baby.
exactly. Yeah.
And then they made T-shirts and stuffed animals and everything.
So this is like precursor to the Care Bear craze, right?
Right.
Like
Maybe,
an animal with
yeah.
a T-shirt. Yeah.
Yep.
Same milieu. For
And
sure.
the characters.
I was shooting smack and cutting people up back then. So.
Right, it is.
I didn't have time for kids shit in '82 when I was 12. Okay.
The characters were Tiger or Tig Tiger, Pammy Panda, Rick Raccoon, and Bogey the orangutan, who talked like Humphrey Bogart. And I looked it up, voiced by Fred Travellina.
Oh, nice.
Who's Fred Travellina?
He was a comic in the 80s who was just did a ton of impressions.
That's funny.
And then they
That
had a
is
season
insanity.
2
What?
with a character named Kip Kangaroo.
Okay.
Who was
Hey,
voiced
you gotta
by-
bring new guys in every season.
Yep. Voiced by Nancy Cartwright, who later.
Wow.
Yeah.
Went on to do The Simpsons. That's really
Yep.
cool.
Simpsons fame.
Okay,
Simpsons infamy.
Aisha, after that round of trivia, you now have 110 points.
I
110
lost points. I lost
did.
points during that
You
segment.
did,
and
but you still did quite well overall.
Yes.
Quite
You
well.
know, I will
Yeah, sweetheart.
brush up on my Russian my Russian playwrights and my obscure 1980s children's shows for the next time we get together.
Well, you were clearly a cool 12-year-old. And we're not sitting
I was skating and listening to fucking Metallica, guys.
Yeah.
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 Punky Brewster, never heard of her.
Different strokes. I don't have a picture.
Yeah.
But it
I got
That
something
was
you can stroke.
yeah,
That was a
exactly.
wonderful,
Thank you.
wonderful TV show.
I'll give you the facts of life. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So dumb. So insanely
Nice.
dumb. Oh my god.
Casey, do you have one last question?
No, that's it. That was all three
You
questions.
do have one last question. And it's
Sweet,
if I-
sweet
Oh,
merciful
yes,
end.
I'm sorry.
Wow,
I do
what
have
a
one last
blunder.
question. Aisha, do you have
Yes.
anything you'd like to plug?
Oh, yes. Ooh. Well, you know, I was on the greatest animated show of all time, so people can watch that anytime they like. I'm on a show called Criminal Minds Evolution on Paramount Plus, and season 19, we don't have an air date for it yet, but we just finished filming
Wow.
it, so that'll be coming out soon.
Amazing.
And mainly, you guys should all try my margarita. LOSOPHE, pronounced like philosophy. Go to LOSOPHE.com. We ship margaritas to 40 states. It's the greatest tasting margarita ever. And I don't say that because it's my company. I say that because it's true. I drank a lot. And you guys know I love to drink. And you can order it and we will ship it all the way to your house. And here is a discount code. Organico20, ORGANICO 20, all one word, will get you 20% off. We got all kinds of cool stuff on there. But mainly, I'm just trying to solve the problem of you want to have a drink and you don't want to put gummy bears in your scotch. You want to have a real cocktail. So come visit us and we'll send you some margaritas.
Yum.
Awesome.
Yay.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Aisha. It was so great
This
hanging
is
out
a
with you.
delight.
Yeah,
Delightful
thank you.
people with delightful brains and delightful faces and delightful ideas. Thank you very much for having me. I always love doing this. And have the best time. Mwah.
Yeah,
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Aisha.
Have a great day. Yay.
Thank
See you
you,
soon.
too.
Bye.
Bye.
This has been Rephrasing, an Archer Rewatch podcast. You can follow us on Instagram and TikTok at RePhrasingPod. Email us questions at rephrasingpod@gmail.com. Please, no pictures of your penis. That's just inviting pictures of their penis, isn't it?
Rephrasing is produced by Amber Nash, Casey Willis, and Christian Danley. Our theme music is by Matt Hoggs. FX's Archer is now streaming on Hulu. We're so excited to be a Maximum Fun podcast this season, and we'd like to thank all of the Max Fun members that support our show. If you're not a member yet and you'd like to become one, go to maxfun.org/join.